to try to do a reading and see on the interconnectedness of humanity with nature, the planetary with the personal experience, planetary experience with the personal experience. What's up with the planetary experience and the personal experience? Okay, what's up with the planetary experience and the personal experience? I don't know how this is going to work out because I'm going to use some really different cards. These are really something. These are fun. The white rabbit. White rabbit. It's not really a tarot thing. It's, well, it's just different. And it's fun, so hopefully. So we're going to try this and see how it works. And the phases of the moon. I love the backs of these cards. We've got all the phases of the moon with them. These are the witch cards. I got these cards just because I really love the artwork. The lady that put these together, the artist, did all of these in... all of these lovely paintings. They're all witches. I'm not into witches, but these are just fun. Okay. And we'll see what we have here. Okay. I think I will draw one more to see what we have with this. Which other deck would be good for this? Oh, I know which one I'm going to grab. Okay, grab this deck. All right, let's see what we have. Okay, I want to know about interconnectedness. How these all play out. How these play out together. How do these things play out together? Okay, underneath of it all, what we have is, you know, the universe is always giving, okay? The divine is always giving. We just have to ask and, you know, wait for the response. We have to be devoted, okay? Devoted, trusting in the universe, okay, to give us the best. You know, the universe has our best at heart. The grand is, the divine is, has our best in heart. But a lot of times, we're the ones that throw the wrench in the works, okay? So, again, if you want to manifest whatever, you have to ask the universe to have your hand out. Okay, be devoted and willing to accept what comes, okay? But the universe is always giving, okay? Always giving. Okay, so what we have here is also we are here to explore, to be devoted, to explore, to grow. That's what's underneath of it all. To experience what is here that's been put in place by the divine is. To explore, to be devoted, the challenges, to gain the treasure. Now, what is the treasure that you want to gain? Is it money? Is it the things of the world? Or is it the things of the spirit? Okay. What is your treasure chest full of? Or is it just empty? Okay. Which is it? This is the challenge. Okay. So let's see what's at the center of it all. Okay. Center of it all is people's disappointments, heartaches, dramas they have going in life. Okay. Now, if you're going through that, you have to have some patience. Things take time. Again, the exploration to question what's there takes time. To get to the heart of things takes time. Okay. But if you get to the heart of things, it can be magical. Things can change in an instant. Okay. But you have to be willing to confront, to go deep into that, to have that transformation. The challenge is to become king of your emotions. Okay. To become king of your emotions. So far so good. Let's see what we have going into it. How is the universe working with, interconnected with? Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, so what we have here, let me look at these real quick, put these out. Okay, this can play out two ways. Either seeing what you can get away with, those that are con artists want to see what they can, get away with, but you can never really get away with things. You think you can for a time, but it's going to come back on you. There is karma in place. The other explanation on this one is leading from the other things that we have, being willing to explore, being devoted, understanding that the universe is always giving, the grand is. When there's heartbreak, you have to have patience, you have to be willing to go into it, to explore it. And so this is also in your exploration, we'll just continue forward with this, in your exploration, what is it you're going to take away with you? What is it you're going to leave behind? And what is it you're going to take with you? Okay. Because as you go through life, there will be revelations that come forward. Okay. Revelations. Well, she's sitting there with her eyes covered. Okay. But there will be revelations that come. And you have to stay in the midst of that, to stay centered, grounded, balanced, okay? And then you can make your exploration of these revelations and what is it within them you're going to take with you and what is it you're going to leave behind on your journey. Again, now the thing that one has to do is it has to be worked on. Okay, The challenge is to work on it, to stay steady with it, to stick with it, to burn the night oil, the night lights if you have to be intent on it. Okay, if you really want to get here and get the revelations, stay centered, get these revelations, and have something to take away and something to leave, the challenge is that you have to work at it, stay steady with it. Again, as we saw at the top, everything takes time. It takes patience. It takes being willing to look and see what's there. So let's see what's the foundation of it. Okay. Let's see the foundation of this. Foundation of it is okay, so let me look at these real quick and see what we have going. Okay. The foundation of it is whatever you plant is what you're going to sow. Okay. So whatever you plant is what you're going to sow. Also, you have to look and see, have I done enough work? Have I weeded my garden? Have I taken care of it correctly? Okay. So these are the things, you know, when you've got your planting and you've got your sowing, you have the time to contemplate. What is it you are planting? What is it you're sowing? What is it you're putting in? Because what you put in is what you're going to get out of it. So this is something to contemplate. You have to be, on the other side of it, purposeful in your actions. Okay? You've got to go into it with a purpose, to know what you're going to plant and what you want to harvest and what you want to harvest. So contemplate that and be aware of your actions. Okay? Don't plant something there that you don't want to harvest. If you're planting deceit, if you're planting obstructionism, then what do you think you're going to get harvesting out? Okay? And then the challenge of that is magic, to make it happen, to make the transformation, to release those things that need to be released, kind of like the magician has the doves. Release what you need to release and put into place what you need to put into place if you want to have this magical transformation. Okay, so that's the foundation of it. Be aware of what seed you're planting. What are you putting out there? Because what you put out there, you're going to grow more of the same. Okay, and again, you can put something out there, but you don't have the stability of things. Okay, you don't have the staying power, and the weeds will grow up and choke the garden. Okay, so when you put it out there, again, it takes doing the work in order to gain the harvest. Above it, we have, so let's see what we have here. Let me get the cards and we'll see what we have above it. Okay, above it, we have taking time for celebrating, recognizing what's there. You know, you have people here that are unaware. They're just off and whatever. But if you are aware, you can take time to stay grounded, you know, balanced in your action and celebrate. You have small victories along the way, so celebrate them. You know, you do it with a confidence. Confidence in that there will be some celebratory victories along the way. Okay, but you have to be mindful of that. You have to be mindful of that. Okay. Have that confidence that this is going to take place. Have the confidence that these victories are going to come along. Again, that goes back with over here with trusting the universe, being devoted, trusting that it's got your best at heart. Okay. Again, on the other side of that, understand that you are blessed. So celebrate those small victories along the way. Celebrate your small victories that you have along the way. And the challenges of this is action, taking action, putting action into place. Okay. Going forward, what do we have? Going forward. Okay, let's put these over here so I can take a look at them real quick. Okay. Going forward, we have King of Cups. Ruling the emotions. You understand that you're out there on a tidal wave. You know, you're out there on a sea. This is a sea of consciousness, okay? You're in the sea of consciousness. Sometimes you see the waves, sometimes they're high, sometimes they're low. You know, you're in the mind stuff, okay? So if you're going to deal with this sea of consciousness, and mind is, again, the quantum, what you put out there is going to grow. Quantum on the sea of consciousness. If you want to rule over that, then you have to understand your dreams. You have to put the dreams into effect. And don't get carried away by the fears of it. You know, we have the alligator here. Okay, so you got to chain up those fears. You have to confront them, okay, with confidence. With confidence. You have to be willing to look at those things that are a bit frightening, a little dark, a little, you know, in order to rule over the mind, okay, that's floating in the sea of consciousness, okay. But you can do it. Again, it takes willingness to work at it and the confidence to do it. And the challenge is that this is a struggle. It is not an easy thing for people to come out of the mind spin they're in. You can do it. Okay, you're resting on the sea of consciousness, but understand there are waves, and these are things that one has to do step by step. And it's going to take some action and sticking with it, confidence that you can do it, and a willingness to confront those dark areas in order to ride the waves of the seas of consciousness. Okay, so far I like this read. I'm really very surprised at how well these cards are working, because they are odd. They are not your typical cards. Okay, so what we have, let's see. Should we do the hopes and fears? Let's go ahead and do it anyway. Hopes and fears. Okay. Let's see what we have. Hopes and fears. Oop. Okay, so let me get these here together and see what we've got. Hopes and fears. Okay. The hope is that one will be successful. The fear is that one will not. But sometimes the successful in this way, they are the smug, the arrogant, the drama-filled. Oh, lots of cups up there. But sometimes not done in the best way. Okay, so we have on the one side imagination. Okay, so you could again have all of these things, and your imagination can be running wild, and you could not be a very happy person. Okay. Or you could be having all this but still fearing loss. Or, you know, that you will never get to this point. Okay. So what we have on the other side is guidance, being willing to look past the initial appearances of things. Really, again, what is the dark imaginings going on? This is what people revel in. You know, you have the ones, like I said, that people in Hollywood, they have a lot of money, but they're not happy. Okay, they're very smug, very arrogant, have a lot of things, but they're not happy because they're not willing to look deeper into things, to get to that which is hidden, to reveal that, to confront that. Okay. The challenge is to go deep enough to, and this is sometimes the card of the spy, spying, looking deeper. In this case, it would be looking deeper and challenging it. Okay, with the sword, with a sword of truth, you need to challenge, but you have to be like the spy. You have to be continually watching the mind and what it's doing and where it's going and the imaginations that are going on, and to confront them. Okay, because what's going on at the surface and then what's going on in the mind could be two entirely different things. Okay, so going forward, we have next, what was the next of that? We did the hopes and fears. Oh, the emotion surrounding everything. Okay, so let's look and see what we have here for the emotion. Okay, well, this is very positive. For the emotions, you know, you want to see things in rainbows. You want to see what's there, that you're blessed, that you're graced, that even if there's rain, what happens after the rain is rainbows. You take the good with the bad. You take the bad with the good, okay? And just, again, count your blessings that you have. And if you can do that, then you will have the white light, which is representative of the positive, of that God essence, that divine is. Okay. In this one, we have all the crystals, you know, all the crystals there, and the powers, and the white light. In other words, having this internal control where you don't need to control. And that is freedom. That is bringing to you to freedom. Okay, freedom. The challenge is the lovers. Okay, you have to. Now I like that. I really like this one. The challenge is the lovers. In other words, you have to be one in harmony with that divine is, that brings all these blessings, that has your best at heart. You take the good with the bad, and you know that when one door closes, another door opens, okay? So again, the white light, we have freedom to make choices, but you have to be in partnership with the divine is, okay? The divine is that strength that holds you up, that keeps you focused, on the light, keeps you focused upwards, okay? Is always with you, is always there to support you in this sea of consciousness, okay? So always keep your eyes on the light. Always keep your eyes going forward. So let's see, where are we at with this? Okay, so let's see if there's something else that it wants to impart. What else is it that you want to impart today? What is the last thing to impart? Well, very nice. Okay. Okay. Again, the cup is full. That divine is, okay, that's unseen, has a full cup for you. It's there being offered. Okay. With the dove of peace is always wanting the best for you. It has on one side abundance. Well, what is the abundance you're going to take? What is it? Is it going to be transformative? Or are you going to be wanting the things of the world? Okay. Because, again, whatever you're focused on is what manifests. Here we have the manifest card. Manifest. Okay. So where is your attention going to give? Because the universe is happy to continue to give. It's got a full cup overflowing. There is no lack there. There is no lack there. Okay. So what is the challenge? Reminiscing, innocence. In this case, I would say innocence. Okay. To remain innocent, trusting, to know that this divine is spirit, logos, is always internally there. It's in every part of humanity. It's in every part of nature. Singular, one, is. Okay? So it can continue to manifest an abundance. But where is it you put your focus? What is it you're manifesting? Is it more volatility? Is it more arrogance? Is it more unbalanced things? Or are we going to come into balance? You have to come into balance with nature. You cannot fight it. You cannot try to dominate it. Okay? We have to come into balance with nature, work with nature, and things will rectify. Okay? Again, this comes in with the same thing, with global warming, with all of this stuff. We need to, mankind has tried to dominate, and you can't dominate nature. Nature is going to kick back, and Mother Nature has got a very strong kick, as people in California have just seen, and around the world. You know, we have tidal waves, we have all of these things happening. And again, what swings one way has to swing the opposite way. Don't forget. So if you are creating all this disharmony here, you know, it's going to swing, and you're going to have to pay the price. Those that play must pay. Okay? So I'm going to leave this here. I hope people have gotten something and that they've enjoyed this reading. But yeah, this one has been a very interesting read. And thanking the universe for bringing this forward, because I'm very, very surprised at what it actually showed, because it really, truly is a path to go forward and to understand how these things work together. And that, again, it's got your best at heart, but if you keep throwing a wrench in the works, who is that on? Okay? You can't blame it on the universe. You can't blame it on God. You know, just remove the wrench from the works and get in the flow of things. So I'm going to leave this here. Have a great day. Hopefully you've gotten something from this and you've enjoyed it. And I'll see you online. Aho.